Howdy, this is Plleg, and welcome back. Well, what you just saw in the intro there was a panorama of how things looked last time. Since then, I've been doing a lot of earth moving, leveling out the ground between the two little villages to make them one, raising up the level of the dirt to the level of the houses. As you remember, they were kind of raised up a bit, to at least one level of block, so that even the NPCs couldn't get out of their houses and I couldn't get in. So in the meantime, I've did a lot of dirt leveling, and this is what everything looks like now. As you can see, it's all pretty smooth. Everything's leveled out. Over in this area there, I flattened that out because we're going to do something with that. I kind of carved the hill a little bit there to make it look smoother. And here I outlined the little pond. I decided to kind of leave that and put a little sandy beach around it. We might extend that a little bit more, make that more of a beachy feel. And there was a few potholes, you might say, that we filled in around here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring up on this screen a little to-do list I come up with, and you'll see on the list there that first thing we want to do is move the wells. I think the two wells, the one that's right here and that's back there, are really kind of jammed up between houses and whatnot. And you know, as far as I'm concerned, wells should be kind of like the center point of the town. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove those two wells, and then we're going to replace them with the larger one that's like right here in the center. That way it'll kind of bring a focal point to the two sets of houses. Also, I think what we're going to do is to kind of make this more of a united community, is with this area out here that I flattened, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move all of the farms there, so you'll have like a farming area that you know, technically if it was a real town, all the people would go to you know, during the day, and they'd have one location, then they'd come back to their homes. They wouldn't be having, you know, farms necessarily all over their town in the middle next to their houses and whatnot. Also, I think with this little pond right here, I think what we can do in this area, probably in here and maybe a little bit over here too, is turn that into an animal farm. So we'll put some fences in, you know, get some sheep and cows and kind of pin them up in there. And then on the list we had to do is, if you remember, this area back here, it looks kind of nice, and I called it a park earlier. So what we want to do is to enhance that to you know, make it a little nicer and whatnot. And I think what we're going to do here is we're going to remove this blacksmith. It's just, you know, as you can see, it's raised up against the hill, and it's creating really a flow problem. So we're going to get rid of that, and we're also going to get rid of this farm on top of this hill here, and take care of that. We're also going to be doing some sculpting this hill, so that it, you know, it has a more smoother flow between this section of the town and then, like, you know, a hill to get into the park, because over here the park is kind of surrounded by hills. So I think that'd be pretty nice. And also what that means is we're going to have to do something with these two houses, maybe adjust them, tear them down, maybe build smaller ones or something of that nature. I'm not really sure yet, but as you can kind of see here, they're really too close to the edge of that sheer wall, and it's just not nice for anybody. So we're gonna have to do something about those. And then for the last bit for the park is we're gonna go through manicure it. You know, maybe make there's some grass or dirt that's unleveled, leveled out a little bit. Get the trees in a nice arrangement, and probably put some kind of lighting in there. Try to get away from torches, probably try some pumpkins in the trees maybe, or jack-o'-lanterns. Possibly we'll go down to the nether at some point soon and get some glowstone, because I think that would be really nice to have that area kind of lit up as a nice little park area. And then a little bit later on, once we've gotten that pretty much sculpted out, what we're going to do is then start adding more houses, so that we can basically flow these two areas more into, you know, one town, so that, you know, there'd be more houses here between the farms and the plant farm, and then the animal farm here, and then this set of houses, and we'll maybe put a few more on this this hill here or something, maybe surrounding area. It's something to try to tie this a little bit more in. So anyway, that's what their plans are for now, and I think today, well, sun's going down pretty quick here, so I think what we'll do is we'll run off, we'll get some sleep, and then we'll start taking down these two wells, and what I'm going to do is knock them down, then jump in the water and basically fills them up with dirt. That way, if we do any more exploring or anything later on, whoa, I'm going to hurt myself here. That way we won't dig into be digging underground and come into a section of water and get flooded out for some reason. So this way we'll just take care of the wells right off the bat. Alright, see if I can get in this house before the sun sets. As you can see here, this well just really doesn't fit here. It's too close, it's too tall. Okay, is it good enough night? Alright, let's sleep that off. Okay, let's see how we're doing on picks. I think we might need to make a new iron pick. So let's just do that real quick. If I have enough iron, pretty soon there I'm have to go mining again for some supplies. Yep, I got getting low on iron. I've went through a lot of iron shovels trying to level out the ground around here. It took a lot of dirt moving. Alright, let's close that Midas. Let's see how we can easily get up here. I think I left a little notch. Yeah, here we go. Alright, let's just start. Oop, not going to work with the shovel, is it? Alright, let's just take this down. Anything falls in a well, I think we'll be able to... where's my axe? I think we'll be able to get it before it despawns. Because this shouldn't take long at all to knock all this down. And hopefully I won't fall in the meantime. That's always a... Oops, see, that pickaxe broke pretty quickly. Alright, let's see. Get this leveled down a bit so that if we do fall in, we can easily get out again. Okay, I don't know how deep that is, but let's hope we got enough dirt here. I brought 2 stacks of dirt, thinking that that was going to be plenty. Probably don't have to go all the way up. Well, actually I do. I need to get rid of the water. I was going to say I didn't need to go all the way up because we're going to be leveling this down somewhat, but... And yeah, I guess I could have done this with sand, but then the same kind of thing happened if we're digging underground and we run across where one of these wells were. We'd end up just having sand falling all over us, which isn't necessarily as bad as water as far as like putting out torches and whatnot, but it still would end up being a pain to have to deal with then. Okay. There. Have a shovel, gravel. One more level here. Torch there, don't want that to go away on us. Alright, well, I think we've used very little dirt, so let's dig up at least one layer of this cobblestone so we can have the dirt at least and the grass grow over it, and so it looks as if it was never here. Alright, let's run over and take care of that other one. I got a sprint here. Sure seemed like I was walking awful slow there for a second. Yeah, there's already a pig and a sheep kind of hanging around our town, so go get to that farm. Won't have to go too far for at least those two guys. Alright, see how this well is like really next to these houses, and it's really close to this hill. We decided we want to sculpt this. We're at the, you know, it's not enough room right there to really do anything. Alright, let's just do this smart here. Let's get rid of this fences first. I think I almost fell in the well. Alright. There we go. Oh, I'm being inspected again. These guys are just really want to know what's going on with their town. I think maybe they've been waiting quite a while for improvements, and they see my to-do list, and yeah, there's another one. Sorry, dude. You need to get down there. And they're pretty anxious to get their town in a lot better shape. Oh, looks like we need to have a little snack here. Look around for bad guys while we're doing that. This is going pretty well. Oops. Good. I have a couple more of those handy. Oops, I almost started doing that. I really need to take care of this well. Down, down, down. Oh, one thing I was also going to mention that I noticed is that getting up in levels here, 23, that's a lot of nice levels that we wouldn't want to lose. So after a short bit here, or somewhere in between doing all the rest of the stuff on our list, I think maybe we will try to make a, oh, I was going to say a trip to the nether. We don't need a nether for an enchanting table, do we? We just need diamonds and obsidian, which needs diamonds. I have to look at my inventory. I don't know if I have any diamonds from my previous caving. Let's go back and see. And even so, to use the full levels, I'm going to need at least 15 bookcases. I believe that's the max number you can use, and you need to get the full 30 levels. So we'll need to look at that soon, because you know something always happens. Oops. And if you hang on those levels too long, the creeper's going to come out of nowhere and blow the crap out of us. Alright, shovel. Alrighty, I think we've done pretty well here. Let's light this, just throw down some temporary torches here. Okay, let's go torch up that other area. So I think we've done pretty good. We've taken care of one thing on the list. Well, actually, jumping the gun here, aren't I? We've taken care of half a thing on the list. We've gotten rid of the two wells, but next we need to make one. You know, make the replacement that's going to be right in that area there. And I think to kind of consolidate the areas and replace the two wells that we had, instead of making a little 4x4 well, I was thinking that we'd probably make a larger well that's maybe 6x6. That might kind of show more the nature of how you know, the nature of the town, more of a common area, and you know, show how big it can grow. It's got a nice big well that it really wants to support a lot of farms and a lot of villagers. So let's see, before we move on to the rest, let's see what we're doing on diamonds. Oh, we have 5 diamonds, which is enough for a pick, and 2 extra, which will be enough for an enchanting table, except we don't have any obsidian, so we'll have to make the pick and then go down and grab some obsidian somewhere. That's wool, I think. Yeah, it's up there in white. Alrighty, well, I think let's take a little break here, and then we'll start on the well. Looks like time's running out a little bit for us here, so why don't we go out, back on our perch there, see where we really want to stick this new well, and then we'll call that a wrap for today. And then next time we will start working on the new centralized well and get that done. So let's just jump up over here real quick. Okay, let's see, we're going to possibly do our animal farm here. I said the central well, probably in this area. Okay, looks like that villager's in the underground. Anyway, okay, so why don't we put it right there, starting that little clump of leaves. So let's just go out there and mark that spot for next time. Well, actually, let's just mark it now, and we'll just call it good for now. So, thank you for watching, and until next time, have fun.